If anybody brings money, rush over to Signor Geronimo's house. I'll be there. If anybody asks for money, I'm out, and you don't know when I'm coming back.
That's a sensible order.
Ah, Geronimo, I find you here, and here I was going to look for you.
Any special reason?
To tell you about some business of mine and to ask your advice.
With pleasure. I'm delighted that we met. We can talk freely here.
No need to keep your hat off. Now, this is a serious matter that's been proposed to me, and it's wise not to take any step without first talking it over with your friends.
I'm honored that you've chosen me. What is it all about?
Before I speak, I want to be sure you won't flatter me. Be blunt. Say what you think.
If that's what you wish.
There's nothing worse than a friend who won't speak his mind openly.
Correct.
These days, it's hard enough to find a sincere friend.
That's true.
Geronimo, promise you'll give me a frank answer.
I promise.
Take an oath on it.
I swear by our friendship. Just tell me what it is.
In your opinion, should I get married?
You married?
Yes, I am the first person single. What do you say?
First, tell me one thing.
What's that?
How old are you?
Old?
Yes.
How would I know? Whatever I am, I'm fit for my age.
Don't you even know how old you are, roughly?
Is that all I have to think about?
Listen, how old are you when we first met?
I couldn't have been more than 20.
How long were we together in Rome?
8 years.
How long did you live in England?
7 years.
And later in Holland?
5.5 years.
How long has it been since you came back here?
That was in 56.
Let's see. From 56 to 68. That's 12 years, isn't it? 5 in Holland makes 17. 7 in England makes 24. Plus 8 in Rome makes 32. And the 20 you had to start with. Altogether 52. While you're on a mission, Scotterell, you're in your 52nd or 53rd year.
It's not possible.
But you can't argue with the figures. And that is why I'm going to speak to you as a friend. And frankly, as you made me promise I would, marriage is not for you. It is a matter that young people should think about very carefully. But people of our age shouldn't think about it at all. If the greatest folly in life is to get married, then the greatest disaster is to do so during our autumn years, by which time we should have grown wiser. Here then is my advice. Don't even consider marriage. You'll become a public laughingstock if you deliberately take up those heavy chains after remaining free of them for so long.
I have only one reply to make to that. I am determined to get married in spite of everything you say. There's no danger whatever of my being a laughingstock if I married this particular girl.
There's a particular girl? You didn't tell me that.
A girl I happen to like. A girl I happen to love with my whole heart.
I see. Your whole heart.
Yes, indeed. I've asked her father for her hand.
I see. Her hand.
And what's more, the wedding is this evening.
For heaven's sake, get married. Don't say another word.
What, am I supposed to wreck my plans because of you and your idiotic advice? Am I no longer capable of dreaming about a woman? Let's not argue about how old I may be. Can you think of a man of 30 who looks fresher and more vigorous than I do? Isn't every movement of my body as snappy as it ever was? Do I need a coach or a sedan when I go out? Haven't I still got all my teeth? And very fine teeth they are as well. Don't I still swallow 4 fat meals a day? And can you think of anybody who has a more powerful pair of lungs than these? What do you say to that clean sound?
You're right, I was wrong. Get married.
I used to dislike the idea, but now I have my reasons, strong reasons. Apart from the joy of owning a beautiful woman who will lavish 1,000 caresses on me, pamper me, and massage me when I feel weary, apart from that joy, I say that I must consider that if I remain as I am, the tribe of Scanorels might vanish from the earth. By marrying, I'll be able to watch myself come to life again. I'll dote on those little creatures who've sprung from me, with their sweet faces, the spitting image of mine, skipping about the house all day and calling to me, "Daddy, Daddy," when I come home, and playing all kinds of delightful little tricks. I can already see half a dozen of them skipping around me.
Nothing can be more enjoyable. Get married as fast as you can.
Honestly?
I mean it. You couldn't do better.
You're a true friend, Geronimo. Thank you for your advice. Of course, you're invited to the wedding this evening.
What is the name of your intended?
Adora Men.
No, the stylish, very pretty child.
That's the one.
The daughter of Alcanto.
Yes,
And the sister of that fellow Basilus, who thinks of himself as a swordsman.
the same.
Great God!
What's that you say?
Good luck. Marry right away.
Didn't I make a wonderful choice?
The best. What a marriage. Don't wait.
When you say that, I could burst with excitement. Thank you again for your advice. Of course, you are invited to the wedding this evening.
I wouldn't miss it. I'll wear a mask in honor of the occasion.
At your service, monsieur.
And yours. Younger men, the daughter of Alcanto, and Scarnarella was only 53. What a marvelous marriage! What a miraculous marriage!
It must be a good match because it gives everybody such pleasure. All the people I've met laugh when they hear about it. I'm the happiest man alive.
Boy, hold up my train properly. Stop tying knots in it.
Here comes my beloved. Ah, she is enchanting. That elegance, that figure. Could there be a man who'd see her and not long to wed her? Oh, where are you off to, Dorman? My lovely darling, my dear spouse-to-be of your spouse-to-be.
Going to do a little shopping.
My pretty temptation. When I think of all those blissful years ahead of us, you'll do whatever I say, and I'll do whatever I please with you, and nobody else will interfere. You'll be mine from your top to the tips of your toes. Aren't you overjoyed at the prospect of this marriage, my precious plaything?
Overjoyed, I swear. Until now, my father has always held me in check. He's the world's worst tyrant. I've been raging to break away from him, to go my own way, even if it meant getting married. Praise God you came along, and now I'm ready to make up for lost time. You're a man of the world, so you know all about the fashionable life. You won't be one of those narrow-minded husbands who want their wives to live shut up like bears in a cave. I could never face that. I hate being alone. I like games, visits, gatherings, open-air parties, and going out for drives. I adore every kind of pleasure. Think yourself lucky to have married a lady like me. We'll never quarrel. I won't check up on your activities, just as I'm sure you won't check up on mine. I believe married partners should tolerate, not torment each other. We'll have our own lives with our own friends, without a breath of suspicion between us. What's wrong? All of a sudden your face has gone pale.
Nothing. A few vapors in the brain.
It's a common ailment these days. Once we're married, you'll never be troubled by another vapor. Now I have to hurry away and get rid of these rags. I need to buy some decent clothes. I'll need quite a lot. I'll send the merchants to settle with you. Goodbye.
Ah, Sconnerell! I'm glad you're still here. I happened to meet a jeweler who heard you were looking for a magnificent diamond ring for your wife and asked me that he has one for sale. A beauty.
So soon, there's plenty of time for all that.
What do you mean? You're all excited before.
I've had a few second and third thoughts about marriage. Before going any further, I want to look into the whole thing more closely. I've just remembered a strange dream I had last night. Dreams are mirrors, you know. They can tell us about the future. I seem to be in a small boat on a
I'm in a
rough sea.
hurry, or I'd be happy to hear you out. Personally, I don't believe in the meaning of dreams, but if you want to talk this marriage over with somebody, try to look at philosophers. They'll be more than pleased to say everything that could possibly be said on the subject. And since they belong to different schools, you can weigh and compare what they tell you. As for me, I stick to what I said before. At your service.
He's right. I must talk to the philosophers about this situation.
You're filthy, my friend! You should be banished from the Republic of Letters!
Good, here's one of them, and she sounds ripe for a discussion.
And furthermore, I can prove by conclusive reasoning that you're ignorant, an ignoramus, no, an ignoramusmus. You are abysmally unacquainted with every single case and mode of the Aristotelian dialectic.
Somebody has crossed her. Dr.
You
Pancras.
dare to attempt to debate with me when you're innocent of the very elements of debating logic.
She's too angry to notice me. Dr.
Your
Pancras.
proposition would be condemned by every breed of philosopher.
People shouldn't annoy her this way.
You are as far from truth as heaven is from the earth.
Doctor, I come to you as a poor pupil.
Your servant.
May I?
Do you know what you've committed, you fraud? A false syllogism.
Please,
The major premise is stupid, the minor premise irrelevant, and the conclusion is ridiculous.
But I
will never give way on this. I intend to uphold my opinion down to the last drop of my ink. Yes, I will defend my proposition, hand and foot, tooth and nail.
Dr. Aristotle, what has made you so
My
furious?
fury is richly justified.
In what way?
A man who is a stranger to all knowledge tried to sustain an erroneous proposition. A stupid, terrifying, detestable proposition.
Well, may I ask what it is?
Alas, Gannerel, everything's upside down today. The world has fallen to corruption. Permissiveness reigns, and the magistrates who are installed to keep order should blush at the intolerable scandal I'm talking about.
What scandal are you talking about?
Is it not a public shame? Should it not be avenged by heaven when a man has endured the sound of expressions such as the form of a hat?
The what?
I maintain that one must say the shape of a hat, and not the form. This is the difference between the form and the shape. The form is the exterior disposition of animate objects, while the shape is the exterior disposition of inanimate objects. And since a hat is an inanimate object, one must say the shape of a hat, and not the form. Yes, ignoramus that you are, there's only one correct expression, and those are the terms laid down by Aristotle in his 14th chapter on quality of the metaphysics.
I thought the world must be coming, friend. Doctor, just don't think about it anymore.
I'm in a rage. I'm not myself.
Leave the hat and the shape in peace. I have something to ask you.
Knave, scoundrel,
Oh dear, if only I...
dolt.
But he...
Trying to put a proposition like that to me.
But he's wrong.
A proposition condemned by Aristotle.
I know, but...
Expressly condemned.
You're quite right. Yes, you're a fool and a braggart. What, do you dare to dispute with a doctor who knows how to read and write? Now, that takes care of it. Will you please listen to me? I want to talk to you about a problem of mine. I'm wanting to get engaged. I'm wanting to get married to a woman. She is very young and beautiful. She's in a passion to marry me. I've asked her father, and he has agreed. But there's one snag. I'm a little afraid of becoming, well, you know, the character nobody feels sorry for. As a philosopher, what do you advise?
Before accepting expressions such as the form of hats, I will concede that nature does not abhor vacuum, or that I am nothing but a dunce.
A plague on the man. Doctor, can't you just listen to ordinary people? I've been asking you questions for the best part of an hour, and you keep answering somebody else.
I beg your pardon. I am consumed by a righteous wrath.
Just forget about that.
What are you trying to say?
I must speak to you about this problem of mine.
And which tongue do you intend to use?
Which tongue? The one in my mouth. I don't think I need to borrow the man next door's.
That is to say, what idiom will you speak to me? What language?
Well, now I understand.
In Italian, for instance?
No.
Latin?
No.
German?
No.
Greek? Ancient or modern?
No.
Hebrew?
No.
Syrian?
No.
Turkish?
No.
Egyptian?
No.
Hottentot?
No. In the language we're talking now.
I see. Very interesting.
Oh, good.
Will you please step around to the other side? The ear you're addressing is meant for scientific and foreign tongues, while this other one is meant for receiving our mother tongue.
Talk about a performance with these philosophy characters.
Now, your subject.
It's just a small
A
difficulty.
philosophical difficulty, of course.
I'm sorry, but...
You probably want to know whether accident and substance are synonymous or opposing terms in relation to being.
Not at all.
Whether logic is an art or a science.
Not that either.
Whether it takes us as operation of three operations of the mind: perception, judgment, and reason. Or only the third, namely reason.
Hardly.
Whether there are 10 categories of rationality or only one.
Oh, no,
Whether the conclusion is the essence of a syllogism.
Not quite.
Whether the ultimate good is achieved by instinctual desires by disciplined behavior.
Not that either. I
Whether
simply...
the ultimate good corresponds to the ultimate end.
Definitely not that.
Whether the ultimate end is an absolute or relative value.
No! By every demon in hell, no!
Explain yourself then. I cannot guess what is puzzling you.
That's all I want to do if only you'll listen. That problem
Sit
of
down
mine.
with the gift of the spoken word.
This is
in order
what
to
it's all
explain
about.
thoughts. Just as our
I
thoughts
want to
are
get
portraits of
married
objects
to a
or
girl
words
who is
or
young
images for
and
thoughts.
beautiful.
But these latter portraits differ.
Her father has agreed.
Portraits and the former portraits must
But
be
I'm nervous
the
be-
originals.
I'm nervous
The
because...
original word corresponds to the original, so there's nothing but thought externalized as signals, from which it follows that those who think clearly express themselves most effectively. Very well. Now explain yourself to me by means of the spoken word, which is most intelligible of all externalized signals.
I can't bear it anymore.
Yes, the spoken word is the nimi index et speculum. It is an interpreter of the heart, the image of the soul. It is a mirror that innocently reveals the most inaccessible secrets of our individual selves. And since you're blessed with the faculties of reason and speech functioning simultaneously, why do you not make use of the spoken word or to communicate your thoughts to me?
I would if I could, but you won't listen.
I am listening. Speak.
All I want to say, Doctor, is that
But above all, be brief.
I will,
Avoid verbosity.
if only you'll let...
Limit your discourse to a few minutes or two and start and stop.
If I ever...
Out with it now, enough of this circumlocution. What's this? Instead of explaining yourself to me, you're moving away. You are more insolent than the creature I spoke to before, who contended that when they talk about the form of a hat. I will prove to you in open contest, by demonstration and persuasion, and unanswerable ratiocination in Barbara, that you're not now, nor ever will be, other than a blockhead, and that I am, and always will be, an uchikojuri, that is, in civil and canon law, the eminent Dr. Pancras.
Babbling chump!
I, Pancras, a woman of letters, a woman of learning,
On and
a
on!
woman of achievement, the capacity for yet more, a woman schooled in all the moral, natural, and political sciences, a scholarly woman, a scholar among scholars in every case and mode, a woman who has totally mastered fables, mythologies, sophistry, rhetoric, dialectic, grammar, poetry, mathematics, optics, biology, physiology, prognostication, vaticination, hieromantics, geomantics, Chiromantic.
Damnation take all these philosophers. They won't make contact with people. I was warned that her master Aristotle was nothing but a windbag. I'll have to look for the other fellow. She's more sober and sensible, I hear. There she is, Marfurius.
What can I do for you, Scannerell?
I just want to talk to you about this simple problem of mine. That's why I'm here. This one is better, at least she pays attention to you.
Scannerell, I have thought about what you said, and you will have to change your way of speaking. Our philosophy enjoins us never to enunciate a decisive proposition, but to speak of everything with modest uncertainty, suspending our judgment. For this reason, you must not say, I am here, but I think I am here.
I think,
Precisely.
but I think it's because I am here.
One thing does not necessarily follow from the other. You can think it so without it being true.
It isn't true that I'm here?
It may or may not be so. We must doubt everything.
If I'm not here, who is this speaking to you?
It seems to me I am speaking to you, and I think you are here, but we cannot be sure.
What the devil is this? You're making fun of me. Here I am, and there you are, and thinking or seeming has nothing to do with it. Now let's drop these subtleties if you don't mind and continue with my business. I want to get married.
I know nothing about that.
I'm telling you about it.
That may be.
The girl I want to marry is very young and very beautiful.
That is not impossible.
Does it make sense or not for me to marry her?
Either one or the other.
Well, that's what I want to know. Marry her or not marry her?
It depends.
Am I getting into trouble?
You could be.
Please, a straightforward answer.
I'm trying to give you one.
Her father has agreed.
That is not unlikely.
I'm very fond of her,
That might be understandable.
but I'm afraid of becoming miserable.
It could happen.
What do you think?
Nothing is beyond belief.
What would you do in my place?
I do not know.
What do you suggest I do?
Whatever you think best.
I'm losing my temper.
I wash my hands of it.
You old fool! You thinker! You seamer!
What will be, will be.
I'll soon make you change your tune, you numbskull. There's the fee for your useless advice, and now I'm satisfied.
You dare to attack me, to lay my own stick about my back, to beat me, a philosopher?
Marfurius, you'll have to change your way of speaking. We must doubt everything. You must not say I've beaten you, but only it seems as if I've beaten you.
I'm going up immediately to complain to the police.
I wash my hands of it.
I have wounds on my body,
Nothing is beyond belief.
and you are responsible for them.
It's not impossible.
All the warrant made out for your arrest.
I know nothing about that.
You'll go straight to prison.
What will be, will be.
I'll show you.
Impossible to get a straight word out of her. You know as much when you finish as when you begin. Where can I turn for advice? The wedding's coming nearer and nearer. Was there ever a man in such a plight before? Gypsies, fortune tellers. They can foresee my future. I like their spirit and passion and rhythm. Ladies, can you read my fortune?
Yes, kind gentlemen, we're the fortune tellers for you.
All you do is cross our palms with silver, and we'll give you the information you want to hear.
Here you are then.
You have a kind face, kind gentlemen, a kind face.
Yes, the face of a man who'll be something someday.
You'll be married shortly, kind gentlemen. You'll be married shortly.
To a nice woman, kind gentlemen. A nice woman.
A woman everybody will love and cherish.
A woman who'll make many friends for you, kind gentlemen. Many friends.
A woman who'll bring you wealth.
A woman who'll give you a great reputation.
She'll take care of you, kind gentlemen. She'll take care of you.
Now, that's all very nice, but tell me one thing. Will I be miserable?
Miserable?
Miserable.
Miserable?
Yes, will I be miserable? Come now, I've asked you both if I'll be miserable.
What? You? Miserable?
Yes, will I?
Miserable? You?
Yes, will I or won't I? A pox on you both for leaving me stuck on the horns of my dilemma. I must know how my marriage is going to turn out. Perhaps I can find that wise old magician everybody calls the king of the crystal ball. He grants all your wishes. Wait, perhaps I don't need a magician. The answer may be coming toward me.
My lovely doorman, are you joking?
I'm not joking.
You're getting married in a short while?
A very short while.
And the wedding takes place?
This evening.
Can you be cruel enough to forget my love and wipe out the promises you gave me?
Certainly not. I look on you with as much affection as ever. Don't let this marriage upset you. I'm not marrying the man for love. He's very rich, while I have nothing, and neither have you. Without money, a girl can't advance far in society, so I must get it however I can. This is my opportunity to make an easy life for myself. I expect to be rid of the old codger before long. I doubt if he has more than 6 months left in him. Once we're married, I'll pray every night to become a widow. Oh, well, there you are. We were just speaking about you, the respect you deserve.
Ah, is this the man who
Yes, this is the man who's taking me as his wife.
Allow me, Monsieur, to compliment you on your marriage and to put myself humbly at your service. I can assure you that you are marrying a wonderful woman, and I rejoice with you, Mademoiselle Dorman, in the happy choice you have made. You could not have done better. Monsieur has the air of a fine, strong husband. Yes, Monsieur, I hope to be your friend, to increase our friendship by visiting you from time to time for a little business and some entertainment.
You do us both too much honor. But I must hurry away to prepare for the wedding. Later we'll have all the leisure we need to meet and enjoy ourselves.
Now I'm sure. I'm completely off marriage. The wisest thing I can do is try to get out of it while there's still time. The engagement has cost me enough, but it's better to overlook a few expenses than to get involved a lot more. Let me see if I can wriggle out of this trap.
Son-in-law, welcome.
At your service, monsieur.
Have you come for the wedding?
I'm sorry to bother you.
Oh, no bother. I'm as impatient as I can see you are.
I've come actually about something else.
Don't fret yourself. Everything is prepared for the reception.
That's not why I came.
Well, the orchestra has been hired, the food has been ordered, and my daughter is ready to greet you.
But I have something to explain.
It will all be done to your satisfaction.
Not yet. First, not yet.
Come inside, my dear son-in-law. Come in.
Not yet. First, I have a statement to make.
Oh, a statement.
Yes.
Then make it.
Alcantor, I asked for your daughter's hand, and you kindly consented. But now I think things over, I realize I may be a few years older than she is, and not quite suitable for her.
Pardon me, but my daughter is perfectly happy with you the way you are, and I'm sure she will continue to be.
She doesn't know me. I have the strangest personal habits, and she'll never be able to put up with my temper.
She's an easygoing girl. She'll get used to you.
I have a few minor physical deformities and deficiencies that may disgust her.
Nothing at all. An honest wife never feels disgust for her husband.
What else can I say? I advise you, I beg of you, not to give her to me.
You serious? I would die rather than go back on my word.
Please, I'll pay you for everything.
No! I promised her to you, and you shall have her, no matter how many men are clamoring for her.
How can I put it more plainly?
You see, I have a very special affection for you. I would turn down a prince so that you can have my daughter.
Alcantor, thank you for the honor. The fact is I do not want to get married at all.
Oh, you do not?
I do not!
And why not, pray?
Because I don't feel ready for marriage. And because I want to be like my father and his forefathers before him. None of them wanted to get married.
You are entitled to do what you want. I am not the man to constrain anybody. You arranged with me to marry my daughter, and everything is ready for it, except you. But never mind. I'll see what can be done. You'll hear from me very soon.
Well, he's more reasonable than I expected. I was sure it would be harder than this to break off. The more I think of it, the better I feel at having pulled out in time. I would have spent many years repenting. Who's this, the son? Is he bringing the reply?
Monsieur, I am very humbly at your service.
Even more humbly at yours.
My father tells me, Monsieur, that you have come to break your obligation.
I am most upset, I assured you. I'd hoped that...
But, Monsieur, there is nothing wrong in that. Would you be kind enough to choose?
One of these swords.
If you please.
For what?
Monsieur, you promised to marry my sister, and you have gone back on your word. I'm sure you will not take offense at the compliment I have just offered you.
At the what?
Monsieur, other families would make a fuss, but we believe in being gentle and gentlemanly. Therefore, I propose in all courtesy that we attempt to slit each other's throats.
As a compliment, it's unusual.
Let us now proceed, Monsieur. Please, make your choice.
At your generous service, monsieur, but I don't wish to cut anybody's throat. This polite talk scares the heck out of me.
There is no other way, if you don't mind.
I do mind. I don't want to.
You refuse to fight?
Oh God, yes.
Is that your last word?
It is.
Monsieur, you have no cause for complaint. I have done my best to behave properly in the circumstances. You have promised to marry my sister, and then you have gone back on your word. And you declined my invitation to fight. Therefore, I am compelled to strike you a few blows with this stick. I know that you are too much of a gentleman to disapprove of my actions. Monsieur, please, you would not want me to do this by force.
By force?
Monsieur, I never compel an opponent to do anything against his wishes. You must volunteer either to fight me or to take a beating.
I don't want to volunteer for either one.
Are you sure?
Quite sure.
I'm stricken with remorse, Monsieur, after treating you in this fashion, but you leave with no decent alternative. I'll not let up unless you promise to fight me or to marry my sister!
All right, I give in. I'll marry her.
Monsieur, I'm delighted that you understand my point of view and that matters can be settled amicably. After all, I admire very badly if you have compelled me to mistreat you. Now, with your permission, I should go tell my father that we have reached an agreement. So you see, Father, Monsieur is perfectly reasonable and compliant. He wants to behave fairly, and you may now present him with my sister.
Scanrel, here is my daughter's hand. Praise be to heaven, I am rid of her at last. And now you are responsible for her. Let us praise this happy, happy union.